Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can draw this title block. Alright, it's on an A1 paper size, and I'm going to take you through all what you need to know about how to draw such a title block. Alright, so I created it earlier before recording this video, but I'm going to take you through all the steps that I followed up to get to this. Alright, but in the last video I showed you how you can draw a site layout plan. So if you haven't checked out that video, I'm going to leave a link in the description box down below, such that you get to know all the steps that I followed up to draw that site layout plan. Alright, so let's proceed with AutoCAD and I show you exactly how I drew this title block. Alright, so first of it all, click at this plus button just after this layout 1 tab. So you can see that a new layout will be created by AutoCAD automatically. Alright, so click on it. So this is what we have in this layout. Alright, so there is a paper size whose dimensions we are not aware of them. So the first thing is we shall select this viewport because we no longer need it. Then we shall delete it. Right, so next I'll right click at this new layout tab. It's called layout 2. Then from these options that pop up, I'll select page setup manager option. Then this page setup manager dialog box will pop up. Then I'll click at modify. Then from the page setup layout 2 dialog box, you can see that just below here there is a printer or plotter name. Alright, so AutoCAD is instructing you to select a name for the printer that you're going to use when printing out your layouts. Alright, so I'll click at this drop down arrow. Then I usually use this printer name called high quality print. Right, then I'll select it. Then next, just below here, I'm required to select the paper size that I'm going to use. Alright, so I'll click at this drop down arrow. Then I'll select this paper size. It's ISO full breed A1 841 by 594. Alright, here, so I'll select it. Then next I'll click at this arrow over here. Then I'll select monochrome CTB. Right here. Then from the plot options, I'll maintain this one selected, which is plot object line weights. Then for this plot transparency, I'll maintain it selected. Then for the plot width, plot styles, I'll maintain it selected. Then also this second last one, I'll maintain it selected. Then the last one, I'll leave it unselected. Alright, then for these other options, I'll maintain them the way they are. But for the drawing orientation, if you want your drawing to be in a portrait orientation, you always have to select this. But in most cases for architectural drawings, it's always in the landscape orientation. Alright, so you just need to hit OK, then close. Alright, so the paper size we have here is A1. Right, so next I'm maintaining this layer title block current. I'll click at the rectangle command. Then next I'll draw a rectangle whose dimensions are 841. Then I'll press the tab key at the keyboard. Then I'll put in 594. Hit enter at the keyboard. So this is the rectangle that we have. Alright, so I'll select it. Click at the move command. Then click at one of the corners of the rectangle. Then I'll move it to this paper size we have over here. So I'll just need to press it over there. Then next I'll select it, click at the offset command, then click at that rectangle once again. Then I'll offset it inwards at a distance of 5 millimeters. Alright, press escape. I'll select the inner rectangle. Then I'll click at the explode command. So once you click at the explode command, AutoCAD gives you a provision of editing that polygon in a way that you deal with each and every side independently. Alright, so I'll select this line which is part of this inner rectangle. So I'll click at this offset command. Then next I'll click at this line once again, then give it an offset of 50. Hit enter at the keyboard. Then next, still I'll click at this offsetted line, give it an offset of 5. Hit enter, press escape. Then select these two vertical lines, click at the trim command, then trim off this middle line. Then do the same thing down here. Right. Then next I'll press escape. Then I'll select this upper line, then click at the offset command, click at this line, then offset it down at a distance of 150. So I'll put in 150, hit enter at the keyboard. So this is what we have. But take note that this space over here is determined by how much content you're going to put over here. So the larger the content, the larger the area of this space. All right, so always take note of that once you're doing your title block, such that you don't leave empty spaces that are useless in your title block. Then next I'll select or click at this line, then give it an offset of 5 millimeters, hit enter. Then also this line, another offset of 5 millimeters, hit enter. Then next I'll click at this line, then give it an offset of 140 millimeters. Then click at this line, give it an offset of 5. Then also give it another offset of 5 millimeters. Then next click at this line, give it another offset of 40. Then click at this line, give it another offset of 5. Give another offset of 5. Then click at this line, give it an offset of 40. Then give it an offset of 5. Then give it another offset of 5. Then next I'll click at this line, then I'll give it another offset of 40. Then still I'll click at this line, give it another offset of 5. Then I'll give it another offset of 5. Alright, so next still I'll click at this line, then give it another offset of 20. Then still I'll give it another offset of 5. Then I'll do the same thing for this bottom line, click at it, give it an offset of 20. Then I'll give it an offset of 5. Then still I'll give another offset of 5. Then this one I'll give it an offset of 20. Then for this one I'll give it an offset of 5. Then still I'll give this one an offset of 5 millimeters. So this is what we have. I'll press escape. Then next I'll click at this arrow, then select the layer for text. Then I'll click at the text command, but before I put in any text over here, I'll have to click at the annotate tab. Then you have to take note of this. The text style that you have to use should be title block. Alright, you shouldn't use the same text style as the one that you've used in the workspace when you're modeling out other views of the project. Alright, so always take note of that. So once each and everything is okay, just come over here and put in your text. I'll put in notes, then select it, click at the home tab, click at the copy command, then click at this point, then drag that text over here, press escape, double click on it such that you can edit it, select it, then put in revision. Then next I'll select this line, then click at the offset command, click at the same line, then give it an offset of 5, then click at this line, give it an offset of 10, then click at this line and give it another offset of 10 millimeters. Alright, so this is what we have. Select it and also select this line, click at the trim command, then trim off these lines because we no longer need them, and also do the same thing for these upper lines. Alright, press escape. Then next I'll select this line, click at the copy command, then click at this point, transfer it over here. Alright, press escape, double click on it, select it, then put in NO. Right, then select that text, click at the copy command, click at this point, then transfer a copy of this text to these different points. Right, press escape once you're done, then double click on it, then edit it to date, click outside, then double click on this one and edit it to particulars, then edit this one to initials. So once done, you simply select this text, click at the copy command, click at this point, then drag a copy of that text down here. So press escape, double click on it, then edit this one to project name. Then next select that text, click at the copy command, click at this point, then transfer it down here, then transfer another one over here, then also another one over there, and also another one over here. Alright, so next double click at that text, select it, then put in company name, then also double click at that text, select that text project, then edit it to client's name. Right, then next for this one we shall edit it to drawn by. Then for this one we shall edit it to checked by. Alright, then next we shall edit this one too. drawing number. So I'll select this text, click at the copy command, click at this point, then transfer a copy of it over here. Alright, then next I'll click at the line command, but it should be under the layer 4 title block, just in the middle of this line. I'll drop a vertical line up to this point. Press escape, then I'll select that text, then I'll put in date completed. So select it, click at the copy command, then click at this point, then transfer a copy of it to this other side. Press escape, then double click at this text, select this text complete, then edit it to issued. Alright, so once you're done, maybe something that we shall put here for the project name, I'll simply select this text, click at the copy command, click at this point, then transfer a copy of it over here. Alright, then double click on it, then I'll put in YouTube, start the project. Right, so click outside. So this is what we have. So in the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how you can make this title block a dynamic one. Alright, if you make a title block dynamic, it helps you to use it on any paper size that you want without you necessarily going through the hassle of drawing a title block that it fits on that paper size. Alright, just imagine you using the same title block like the one I've used here on an A1 paper size. Alright, if you've really found something of helpful in this video, don't forget to like it, then share it to someone that you feel like is in need of this kind of content. Then also don't forget to subscribe to the channel such that you always get notified whenever I upload this kind of content. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll meet in the next part of the video.